The Monstrous Playbook is an adventure podcast for grown-ups. It contains violence and profanity and deals with adult themes that may be uncomfortable for some listeners. Specific content warnings can be found in the episode's show notes. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, listeners, and welcome to the Monstrous Playbook. If you're a fan of the show, you probably know that our main campaign, Channels, is currently on hiatus. We're hoping to get back to it soon, but in the meantime, we didn't want to leave you hanging, and honestly, we just really love playing games. So we reached out to our good friends David and Emma, who you might recognize from Trials of the Apocalypse, to see if they'd want to play a game with us. And being the wonderful human that he is, David agreed to run an 8-part mini-campaign of the Silt Verses for myself, Miah, Drew, and Emma. Now, you'll hear more about the game itself in a moment, but the Silt Verses is a fantastic TTRPG built on the Card from Brindlewood mechanics and is set in a world of folk, horror, and monstrous divinity. We didn't record a full session 0, but we did capture some useful context at the start of our first session, covering our setting, the tone, character playbooks, and the creation of our altars. So that's what you're going to hear next, but just be aware that it's a little bit more informal than our usual session 0 format, but still, we wanted to have you guys hear what we've got cooking up, and for now, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the introduction to our new mini-campaign that we're calling the Divinity Plague.
I'm going to run through the session 1 procedure stuff for Silt Verses just to make sure we're all set up, because I know that there were some things we had lingering in the character setup stuff from last time. The first 4 steps are all things for me to do, and I've already done them, so I can just tick those off. Step 5 is CATS. So CATS is an acronym that stands for concept, aim, tone, and subject matter. It's a way for me to explain the gist of the experience and get it across. Concept. The Silt Verses RPG is a tabletop role-playing game of folk horror and monstrous divinity, in which a group of indebted custodians are sent into isolated territories to deal with stray gods and terrifying divine manifestations which threaten the nearby community. The custodians investigate these entities and the manifestation of their powers, and will then seek methods to appease, neutralize, or otherwise engage the local community to find a solution. The custodians gradually become aware of a looming conspiracy that overshadows their work, as a powerful organization seeks to take advantage of them to fulfill its secret agenda. The custodians will ultimately decide how to confront this organization, all the while struggling with their complicated relationship to faith and the gods of their past, whose powers threaten to consume them. The aim of the characters in this story is to pursue investigations surrounding these stray gods and powers and come to terms with their own complicated past with a particular god, deciding if they will continue on that path and be further changed by the power of that god or not. Our aim as players is the same, but also to learn more about these characters' fraught pasts and uncertain futures, as well as to paint a vivid picture of our version of the Silt Verses setting, a responsibility we all share together. The aims for today's session are to create and introduce our characters, learn the basics of how the game works by playing it, and then have a brief debrief period at the end. The tone of the Silt Verses RPG is dark, strange, and unsettling. It presents a world where monstrous horrors are viewed as miraculous and divine, and systemic cruelties as routinely accepted by society. It exaggerates difficult themes of our world by showing them as literal gods, and this converges on the absurd, but this is not intended to become a parody. A little bit of levity or humor from time to time is perfectly okay, but we will always strive to return to that dark, gloomy landscape that the characters exist in.
So what do we need to do now, David?
Yeah. So what we got to do is I'm going to have each of you introduce your character, just all the basics, and specifically, I believe the instructions say to read the little description thing of your faith sheet. So for instance, for the Pox Martyr, it would be monks of the Regent's Order, practice, yada, yada, yada. So this is to refresh everyone on who your character is, what they got going on. And then once everyone has done that, I think we'll do it in order. So we won't wait for everyone to finish first. After each person finishes their self-introduction, then we'll go through.
Altar.
We'll add something to your altar. So it's great then that we'll have Drew start, because Drew does the easy thing of introducing his character, and then we who have more experience with Brindlewood Bay can like do the thing of adding things to the cozy place, and you'll get a sense of then what we're doing there, Drew.
Shotgun.
Also, I see that.
Our cozy little altar.
So I am Gary Fletcher. He is a monk of the Pox Martyr. Monks of the Retchman's Order practice a radical form of self-sacrifice by ritually transferring the ailments of others into their own bodies. These Pox monks can be found throughout the territories, but especially in rural places without hospitals or access to modern medicine. By many accounts, faith alone can heal, and who would question the conviction of a healer willing to take on the worst ailments themselves? You were one of them once, but try as you might, you could never heal all the hurt. Despite years of practice, learning to bear the suffering of others so they would live a bit longer, you could not fully accept the work as a blessing. No matter how fierce the fire of your courage, the pain never ends, and yet without you, who else would step up? For better or worse, this cruel and twisted world still needs you. Gary Fletcher's, he's 47 years old, born in 1978. He's a tall white guy, medium build, clean shaven, but has a sick stash and a full head of short hair. He wears hiking boots and pants, a fisherman's cap, and a hooded patrol cloak around. It's really just clothing to protect him from the elements. He's from Ursalia. You might know that better as Canada, hey? He's polite and outgoing. He's an outdoorsman, loves going around the world to see different things. But he's always looking to take on the burden and help others out. And some of his pastimes, skipping rocks, practicing outdoor survival skills, and he has a medical background.
Yeah. So what do we think that Gary has in his altar?
And what is his altar?
Yeah, what is your altar?
My altar is a field medic's kit in a battered steel case. So kind of like an old school med kit.
Now, this is very much like Cozy Little Place in that this does not have to be something that can literally fit in your altar, right?
Yeah. The literal shape of the altar matters because like during journey scenes, you can like do stuff at your altar, that sort of thing. But the altar also mechanically just is the vessel, which, you know, we have a variety of things. Doesn't have to be even super concrete and literal.
I think you have a bait and tackle box.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a fishing pole as well.
Yeah, I was going to say that would.
Yeah. No fishing pole.
I think you have a bottle of pills that are vitamins that not only provide you everything that you would need vitamin-wise in a day, but also all the calories you could possibly need in a day. It doesn't stop your hunger, but like discomfort is something you're pretty accustomed to. But it does sufficiently sate your body so you can carry on and do tasks and have the energy you need for the day.
The bottle says, quote unquote, vitamins.
Yeah. Feels very Pox Martyr traveler to me.
I feel like you've got like a little, a bunch of like herbs and stuff from nature that you've collected that you have in here. And some of them might be potentially have medicinal uses. Some of them might just be recreational. But
quote unquote herbs.
Yeah.
I'm going to add to your altar a water filter.
Sick.
I like that. I can already think of some practical.
Don't bring that anywhere near my altar.
I don't want dirty water.
Give me the scum.
Well, speaking of Pearl's altar, I think we're ready for you to introduce yourself, Pearl.
Yeah? Okay. My name is Pearl Frog Song. For centuries, worshippers of the Trawler Man, the so-called parish of tide and flesh, practiced their faith up and down the waters of the White Gull River, making sacrifices to their god that walks beneath the tides. While the faith has been outlawed and its followers wiped out or forced into hiding, some still practice the old ways in secret. As a child of the water, you feel its presence no matter where you go. The winding river is unpredictable, sometimes flooding its banks to swallow everything in its reach, at other times receding to leave strange gifts poking from the mud. But deep down, you know that the river will one day rise and reclaim the settlements that intrude on its borders, heralding a wondrous new kingdom of life reshaped in silt. So, Pearl is a very strange little girl. She's somewhere around 12 to 14. We don't really know. She doesn't really, celebrate her birthdays, I don't think. She has lots of weird little features. She has silver eyes. She has pointy teeth. She has no hair on her body. She generally has a fisherman's beanie and a tank top, some faded sneakers. Her altar is a murky aquarium or mason jar stirring with aquatic life.
You have bathing as your personal ritual?
I have bathing as my personal ritual, and also as pearls.
My first thought is to give you a wearable shark fin that you can put on your back. It's like a little vest or a backpack.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And
also, it's waterproof.
Shark fin
So
backpack.
aerodynamic.
Do a waterproof backpack, one that you can seal, and it has a shark fin on the top of it.
I love that.
I want to give Pearl an assortment of snail shells. There's no snails in it, but just a bunch of snail shells.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what object would be useful to do this, but something to sharpen your teeth.
A file. You can
A
do
file of some sort, I think, is in your
Dental files.
Yeah.
I think you have a catfish probably 2 meters long that you noodled for. For those of you familiar with catfish noodling, you jam your hand in a hole in the muck and it bites your hand and you pull it out of the river.
God.
So I think you have a 2 meter long catfish that you noodled one time. I don't know where you store it. That's up to you. You'll figure that out.
What is a string of words? You have a 2 meter catfish that you noodled one time.
Is it living?
Oh yeah, no, totally.
It needs a name. Bert.
Yeah,
Bert. At first I thought you said bird. I thought you named this fish Bird.
Bird, where are you?
Bird.
Well, now that you've suggested it, it's going to be Bird.
Yes.
Bird the
Bird.
catfish.
All right. That is Pearl. Let's introduce Lune.
It's actually pronounced Lune.
It's Lune.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Lune is a child of Mr. Howl. Mr. Howl is my take on the Mrs. Poots playbook, I guess. But Mr. Howl, you've heard it said that while many deities are dangerous and terrifying, perhaps the most perilous of all are the stray feral gods that unexpectedly bind themselves to children. There can be explosive, deadly consequences when a lonely kid's fun and games, random scrawlings and chalk, adventures at the bottom of a garden, and imaginary friends develop into the accidental worship of a forgotten wild god that happily attaches itself to its new disciple. The people who say these things, though, they're jealous. They don't understand you because Mr. Howl doesn't speak to them. He doesn't love them like he loves you. He will always love you. Nothing that's happened is your fault. You just have to keep him fed. And so a little bit about Lune. I would say she's in her young 20s, early 20s, but she has kind of a case of arrested development where she acts like she is very childlike still. My reference here is Drusilla from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So she's very spacey, not always quite paying attention. Well, appearance-wise, she's very pale. She's got long black hair, green eyes, and she's always carrying around with her this little figurine of Mr. Howl. It is an actual stuffed animal of a little white wolf that she's got with her, and that actually is in her altar as part of her move that she has. She's got a little ornate music box for her altar. And when you wind it up and you open it up, it's got a little wolf figurine in the center instead of a ballerina. And it looks like it's howling at the moon.
Cute.
And that's her little altar. I guess I should say, too, that the idea behind Mr. Howl, the sort of flavor I have, is that he's sort of like the toy that like parents would buy their children's, where it's like he'll keep watch at night. He'll howl if like any monsters come or whatever. Like that was the sales pitch. Okay. So he's like a guardian keeping watch or whatever.
Guard dog.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm going to be very crazy here and give you a bear trap.
Okay.
I was originally thinking a snare of some kind, so bear trap is a step above even.
I thought that too, but I was like, I want to be crazy.
No, let's go big. Go big or go home.
I think that you have, it's probably like electrically powered or something, but we'll leave that vague. This little like nightlight that is in the shape of a moon and it looks like a moon. Mm-hmm. It might even be able to float, perhaps, depending on how paranormal our altar items can be.
I love that.
I love that. So far, I got a nightlight and a bear trap. Polar opposites.
I think you have a tall canister of rat poison.
Yes.
Large pocket knife.
Thanks for giving the spacey child-like 20-year-old weapons. I love it.
I mean, Drew's fitting us all out with something.
Yeah.
Excellent. So that's Lune. Miah, please introduce Sisna to us.
Yeah. So Sisna worships the beast that stalks in the tall grass. Somewhere along the desolate trail, as you hunted and sought the wildest places to make your own, the beast revealed itself to you in a glimpse of crimson ecstasy. Since then, you have labored to assemble a fitting vessel for it, carving and stitching together parts of lesser gods you have slain. Sometimes you dream of the beast that stalks, chasing you, tearing you apart in turn. Sometimes you are the hunter. Those same skills have made you a valued tracker for B.I.A.S.E.D, enough that your unsavory practices are overlooked, for the most part. But no one has sensed the divine purpose that pulses within you. You are a wolf among sheep. When your God awakens at last, you shall fear nothing that walks this earth. So Sisna, I would say somewhere in their 20s. Their pronouns, I think, are going to be they, them. They have a like hooded patrol cloak of like leathers from an animal. The mask is made of bone, specifically the pelvic bone of a female. And they have a foraging pouch.
I'm sorry, wait, hold on. A female what?
Like pelvic bone?
No, I understand that. You said the pelvic bone of a female.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be another word there. Now, if it's human, then that's fine, but...
We'll leave it ambiguous.
Okay.
Personal ritual, braiding grass blades. And then... their altar is a box of loose bones from different creatures and plants. I would say that they're pretty, it's not like tall, but just like lanky and probably dirty blonde or like straw-like hair. Yeah, they usually kind of always are wearing this mask. And yeah.
I think you have an axe that's great for chopping wood.
And only wood.
I think I'd give you needle and thread.
I'm going to give you paint. Maybe you want to paint. Get some more paint. I don't know. Put it on those bones.
I will put a little polka dots on your face.
Yeah, I also feel like that's something Lune would give you and be like, this is useful. Cute.
Detailed maps of every area you've traveled through, with like notes you've left for yourself and stuff.
All right. Are we all equipped? Is that all of them?
Looks like it.
All righty. We've got our crew. This has been the Divinity Plague, featuring
Miah as Sisna,
Drew as Gary,
Emma as Pearl,
Lauren as Lune,
and David. This god still hungers for more.
The Divinity Plague is a production of the Monsters Playbook. This episode was produced and edited by Miah and Lauren. All music and sound effects were provided by Epidemic Sound and Embato. If you like this episode, please tell a friend. We love friends. You can find the Monsters Playbook on the social media network that resonates with you. We post on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and Blue Sky, and we hang out on Discord, and sometimes Twitch. If you just can't get enough of the Monsters Playbook, you can also support us on Patreon, where you'll find blooper reels, exclusive merch, and bonus content. We'll see you next episode, where, as always, we'll have some good news and some bad news. Thanks for listening.